Hello, my name is Johan Falk. I work at NodeOne Scandinavia. This is episode 12 of the Learn Rules Framework screencast series, where we look at the rules module and what to do with it. For Drupal 7, you have probably seen the NodeOne learning library at NodeOne.se/learn-Drupal. This is a hyphen, not a dash, just for information. We have a lot of configuration screencasts here and a few other screencasts as well dealing with coding and a blog series about theming for Drupal 6. You also have a book available at Amazon.com and your local Amazon store as well. In this screencast, number 12, we're going to look at how to export and import configuration with rules, in particular how to do that with the features module. And I'm going to pick up just where we ended the previous screencast, where we did create a new rule that acted after saving new articles, and also a new rule set containing 3 rules in itself. The rule set is called create promotion. So in order to use the features, create features and export configuration with features, you of course need the features module. And whenever using the features module, you should probably also use the strong arm module. So let's just have a quick look at those. Features here. Really cool module. It allows you to export configuration and save them in media modules that have installed scripts that set up the configuration that you would like to have on your site. Can really help deployment process of new functionality. And it was initially not really created for deployment and configuration management in that way, but just to bundle some settings together to be able to enable them in one click, which is also a really cool feature. The StrongArm module allows you to save variables in the Drupal variable table, which is a really good complement to features. Well, it works with features and allows features to access those settings. A lot of small modules save their settings in this table, and also a lot of stuff in Drupal core saves settings in that table. So that's a really good addition to features. Right, so let's see, I'm going to close that tab. We have the 2 new rule thingies that we created. We had the reaction rule and the rule set component. And if I head over to features, and that is structure, features, and you come here, you can see what features you have enabled. These are basically just modules. Let's actually see that. This is the site I'm working with, the code base for it. This is rules bonus pack, and this is the folder called example features. I have 3 subfolders here with containing each of them 1 feature, and these represent these ones. You can head over to create new feature and say, I'm going to call this example feature, example rule, example rules actually, promotion, create promotions, promotion is good, an example rule automatically creating a promotion when an article is created. So a name for the feature, that is also used for the base of the machine name, which you can edit manually if you want to. Description is required, and that makes sense because you need to know what you enable. And then the fun part down here is the edit components, the stuff that should be exported with this feature. And the rule stuff is found in rules configuration. You will see here all the configuration that is not already exported. Exported in the meaning defined by code. There can be modules providing their own rules, hard-coded rules in code. These will not be displayed here. Actions on article creation and create promotion. Oh, it even found that by dependency, it says, well, this article on article creation actually depends on the create promotion rule set because, of course, it uses it. Cool. I'm going to check that anyway. And I'm also going to add here in dependencies some, you can select modules that this depends on. And I'm going to use this example rule promotion synchronization because this feature provides the content type that we work with, the promotion content type. Okay, and that's basically it. If you want to, when you export features, you could also have a look at the strong arm setting here. Here's a lot of information, well, variables in the variable table that could be good to have if you want to make specific settings. This is particularly important if you export content types, because a lot of content types have extra settings saved here. Usually you don't need when exporting rule settings. Alright, so I'm downloading this feature. I'm getting a tar file. I'm just opening it. Let's close that one. Example promotion. I'm gonna move it over here into my site. I'm gonna change name just to promotion create, make it a bit shorter. The name of the actual folders here are not important. The important thing is the name of the actual files in it. Alright, promotion create. It should now be available here in the list of features. And here it is. Example rules create promotion with the description that we had, and we can enable it. Save settings. This will actually not make any difference on their site right now because we already have all this configuration. If we're on another site, we would get all this configuration set up in one click, or actually two. One here and one here. And that's really sweet. It took 7.5 minutes in the last screencast to do it, and that was in high speed. Now we can do it in like 5 seconds. So, what happens then? Here's a list of rule components that we have. You can see these two components are now defined by an exported feature. They lack this delete option here. Right now, well, as far as this page knows, because I haven't reloaded it yet, it's not defined by a feature and it can be deleted. If I reload here, however, it says revert instead. That means that this rule is saved in the database. It has some, stuff stored in the database, not only code, but you can, if you want to delete all the stuff from the database, the rules reads from code only, from the files only, and that's preferable. So I'm going to revert here. Are you sure you want to do this? Yes. That means throw away all the settings in the database, any overrides I've done, and revert it to the default state. I'm going to do the same thing here with a reaction rule. It says revert here, so I'm going to do that. Confirm. So, that's basically it when working with features. As usual with features, if you go in and edit some stuff, this create promotion thing, say change the message here. This message is changed. Then if we look at the list of components, it will say it has been changed, you can revert it. If we head over to features and reload this page, it will say that this is overridden. If I check that out, it will say that the rules configuration is overridden. You can revert this component if you want to. If I had the diff module enabled, I could see exactly which lines, which part of the configuration has been changed. But I don't right now, and that's not a part of this screencast actually. So let's actually revert here. So it reverted all of it, and if I go back to here and reload, it should be clear. Yeah. Yeah, that's how you work with rules and features in combination, but there is another way of exporting and importing rules configuration. As you see, we have this import component section here, and we have over at the reaction rules also import rule. That takes some, well, accepts an import code snippet basically, or code configuration definition. And if we go to workflow rules components, no, we should have export here somewhere. No, we didn't. Maybe we can't because this is okay, so let's do this with a standard reaction rule. Create one manually really quickly. Maybe you can't export rules that are defined by code. Test rule, comment is viewed, yeah, great. Like that. Flow rules. Where do I export? Not here. Ah ha ha ha. It might be this export link here. So if we do that, let's check here the article creation. The export code here is pretty interesting because it's very easy to read. It says, well, this is some kind of, I don't know, maybe JSON style thingy. This is the name of the rules, well, the reaction rule. It has a label, plugin, tags, requires is the dependencies, on is the event, on node insert, if that's the conditions, if this is true, do this. And we could just copy this code, head over to well, wherever the import thing is, paste it, and import. You could do that between different sites, of course. You can do it within the same site if you want to have another rule with a similar configuration. We could just do something like this. Change the machine name and import it. We could overwrite to more or less destroy the any existing settings matching this configuration. And yeah, that's it. Import and exporting configuration is one of the most important problems, pain points in Drupal right now, because without a working way of import and exporting configuration, there is no good way of staging changes. That is creating, well, taking a copy of a site, making changes, and when they work as you want, push them to the live site. And that is something that's really important for big sites, of course, because you don't want to accidentally bring down the White House website, for example. It can be managed in many cases by using features. In some cases, you have to write custom update hooks if you want to make that happen. But for rules, it works just fine because rules works with features and everybody's happy. And that's it. See you in the next screencast. Then we'll have a look at debugging in rules to see how you can find possible errors and also find other useful information about what's going on inside rules. See you there.